Okay, today we are playing a game on Nepal. We are playing Zenyatta the entire way through, and there is no SR for today's game because it was a placement game, though estimated to be in low gold. So there you go. With special guest, my son, for probably like 5 seconds, as is usual. Current team composition is Orisa, D.Va, Genji, Tracer, Mercy, and Zenyatta. So it's really awkward, and basically just because of one hero, and that's Orisa, because we've got a dive comp, and then there's Orisa just in there. You know, I just don't understand. Someone looked at this comp and went, what would round this out perfectly? I know. Orisa, one of the least divey heroes in the entire game. I also don't particularly like the Mercy pick because there's nobody really good to damage boost on this team. The best you're gonna get is Orisa, basically. And, like, who's gonna try and keep Mercy alive on this team? Basically also just Orisa, and maybe D.Va. So I would estimate Mercy won't get a lot of value and will also have trouble surviving. So it's awkward, you know? It's awkward. I'd rather she was playing Ana, just because, hey, we got Genji, and Ana's just really good. And Orisa could be playing Winston or Hammond, and that would just be a much better fit for the team comp, given we have a very aggressive team comp right now. But hey, you know, whatever. People are gonna do what they're gonna do, I guess. So let's start the game, if YouTube would be so kind. So we're on Shrine first. Not quite my least favorite map. There he goes. I hope you enjoyed seeing the cat for 5 seconds. Are you going? What are you doing? Are you coming? Are you going? He's going. Okay, there he goes. And now, let's bring the keyboard over here, so you don't hear me smacking it every time I push the spacebar. So, Shrine, not my least favorite map, but only because it's a very hard to beat village as far as Nepal goes, but still not great. Still not a big fan of it. So they've got a Hammond, and he's dove on the back line, as, you know, roughly you'd expect. So we should have put the Harmony Orb on Mercy way sooner. We actually never put it on her, but we know right now that she's in trouble because she's at like half health already, and Hammond is clearly looking at her right now. You'd also expect Hammond to prioritize the main healer over the off healer, so we should have put the Harmony Orb on Mercy like priority 1, because having Mercy die is really bad for us, because she's the main healer. Zenyatta's going to have a lot of trouble keeping up with the team, usually. So, there's somebody behind us. It turns out it's Hammond, and he's kind of boxed us in with Orisa, but he starts going off. This is a very risky maneuver we pull right here to walk, like, right into the Hammond, because we're already, like, half-ish health right now, and Zenyatta's a really easy guy to hit, because hitbox-wise, Zenyatta's literally just a floating cube, so he's pretty easy to hit. So, we're half health, running after this guy who would love nothing more than to shoot us. And, like, this guy's full health right now. He'll kill us a lot sooner than we're gonna kill him. So this is risky to do anyway, just, like, going after the guy, pretty much. Because we do, like, press right up against him. And then Ash throws some dynamite in there and finishes us off at half health. You know, life is difficult like that sometimes. There was no really good place for us to stand at that point. We pretty much got, like, forced onto the objective because Hammond was behind us. But the objective was also scary because we had not yet gotten control of the area. Mercy dying really early on was very bad. We might have had more luck if Mercy was, not dead, but I mean, you know, life is difficult sometimes. We really show this Ash, though. Yeah. So Mercy's changed to Moira. I like that a lot better than Mercy. I'd still think Ana would be better, but Mercy is, Moira is still better than Mercy. She died twice without really accomplishing much, so I'm guessing that's what prompted that one. One hit away. Damn, if we landed one more ball on that ball, it'd be dead. So, D.Va was low. It took a while to put the Harmony Orb on her, but she used Self-Destruct, so it doesn't really matter either way. We've got Transcendence now, and we are about to use it, because Doomfist uses Meteor Strike. And they don't have an ultimate that, like, we really need to save Transcendence for, so it's pretty much fine to do that. Hammond just tried to use his ultimate, but died and got cancelled, so that's sad for him. Because when you're playing Zenyatta, something good to do is just look at the enemy team comp when you figure out what it fully is, and then think, alright, so do they have anything I need to use my ultimate to counter? So, you know, Dragon Blade, Graviton, anything like that. And if the answer is yes, you need a really good reason to use Transcendence for not canceling out those ultimates. But they don't have anything like that on their team, so we're pretty much free to just use Transcendence to, like, keep other people or ourselves alive, and Doomfist ult looked like it was gonna kill us, basically. Transcendence won't necessarily keep anybody else alive through Orbital Strike, Meteor Strike, because it'll just kill a squishy hero, but, you know, kept us alive, and healed the tanks up, so it's fine. It's fine, is the moral of the story. But it is good to, like, look at the enemy team and go, alright, so do they have an ult I need to cancel? And they don't really, so it's fine. So we've managed to get control of the objective, which is good. It's kind of scary to go off, like, this way looking for people by ourselves, because we're really far away from our team doing that, and, like, they got a Doomfist, so if Doomfist gets on us over there, we're pretty hosed, because it's gonna take us a while to get back, and a while for other people to get over to try and heal us, so it's a little bit risky. Just mostly because they have, like, a really divey team. Oh, Dynamite was coming right at us, but she managed to snatch it out of the air with the defense matrix. Tracer is dead, died to Moira. Moira's behind us now, so this is a very awkward situation we find ourselves in now. Is Moira not full health right now? Moira's not full health right now. We should try and keep the Harmony Orb on the squishier targets, because, like, the tank, you know, it depends on the person you're playing with, but Moira we should expect to be able to heal the main tanks, and we should worry about healing up the other people, because Zenyatta's really bad at healing a tank to full health, because he doesn't heal that much, all things considered, but Moira does, like, a lot of healing. She's very good at keeping tanks alive, so we should prioritize the squishier targets and, like, topping them back up, rather than healing the tanks, unless the tanks are, like, getting murdered actively in front of us, in which case, you know, we just kind of want them to survive. Let me just readjust my scalp real quick, don't worry about it. But we should try and prioritize the squishier targets. Oh, very scary, but we killed him before he killed us, so that's the important thing. So we have lost this team fight regardless. We should just be backing up at this point, because it's only us and D.Va alive at this point, so we should just back way the hell up. We're not going to win this fight anymore, and we don't want to risk getting picked off, which is what we run the risk of doing. Even, like, right now, like, this is still not going to work out, and being this far up, we still just risk getting picked off, especially when they got people like Doomfist on their team. So we should, like, we got full ult, so there was nothing for us to be gained by, like, poking the enemy team or anything, so we could have just backed way the fuck up and avoided all risk of getting picked off, basically. Moira is the one that was, like, furthest behind us, which is not usually what you'd expect to happen, but is what happened today, so, you know. Hammond got this minefield off, so we didn't need to clear out that last one. We could have skated under that one, but we didn't want to risk bashing our head into a landmine, probably, which is understandable, to be honest with you. So Orisa just changed to Zarya. I'm not fully behind that, even though I think Orisa was bad for the team comp. And the reason I'm not fully behind that is just because Zarya D.Va is a pretty bad combo of tanks, because you're just taking two off tanks and hoping it equals a main tank, pretty much, which is frequently not the case. So Hammond's doing this right now. We actually don't have our Discord orb on anybody right now. Yep, Discord's on nobody, so we could just put it on Hammond right here, because we want to have both of our orbs up as much as is physically possible. It's difficult to carry as a support in general, and it basically amounts to be as efficient with your resources as possible, and for Zenyatta that pretty much equals have both of your orbs up as much as you can. Discord orb, you know, it'll depend on if you can see the enemy team or not. You'll not be able to have Discord orb up 100% of the time, but, like, you want it up as much as you can, even if it's not on, like, an ideal target, just on somebody rather than nobody. So, Doomfist just, like, tripped over his own feet right there. So, they've got to just rush up and touch the point right now, which is unfortunate when they also then throw self-destruct on the point. Hammond killed himself, which is very interesting. So, he was doing some spinning right here. So, I'm guessing... Yep, there he goes, because we had Discord orb on him. So, he, like, shot off that way, and then just rolled right off the edge. So thanks, Hammond. That's very convenient for us. And, yeah, we're going to capture the checkpoint. It's no issue. We're going to win this round. Good times, good times. Here's Doomfist. He's back now. And he's dead. Yep, used Transcendence. Might as well. Might as well. Just, you know, as T-pose at them to assert dominance. You know, all that. Come on. Come on, YouTube. Come on. There you go. There you go. One more. One more forward. There you go. So now we're on Sanctum. This is my favorite map on Nepal, and one of my favorite maps in general. I really like Sanctum. I usually like the King of the Hill maps in general, but Nepal I'm not such a fan of, except for Sanctum I really like. Mostly because I like the longer range hit scan heroes for the most part, so, and Sanctum's really good for those heroes. So we're going over the right hand side. Tracer's on us right now, and it's very, very scary and very, very upsetting. Let me just back up a little bit. So, when did Tracer show up? Right there, and we react about as quickly as we could. It is unfortunate we had to reload right there. Yeah, no, we're clicking in there and then had to do this. Unfortunate. Yeah, unfortunate reload, and Tracer's on us. Tracer's meant to kill you as Tracer, so like, all the way back there by ourselves, you know. Pretty likely to happen. Could we have gone in there with them? What was happening in that room? Yeah, we could have tried to, like, follow after our teammates, because we do, like, run away from assistance by going back this way. And, like, there's still a scuffle happening in that room, no doubt, but, like, we're not highly favored 1v1 versus Tracer, so rather than backing up, we, would have been better off trying to go up to our team, because at least then they don't have as far to go to get back to help us if they turn around, which you also can't rely on, but isolated versus, like, Tracer, Genji, anybody like that, we're pretty likely to get killed. The reload timing was also unfortunate. Which will happen sometimes, you know. We were trying to click on the bad men, so it's fair enough. We have managed to still get control of this, the objective all the same, because the fight was going okay still in our absence, and we died, but we're not the main healer, so it wasn't the end of the world. I don't really like the stopping to charge up right here, just because Discord's fallen off of people, and nobody out there was that healthy, so I'd rather just like, and you know, Discord's on nobody right now, we could have put it on Tracer sooner. I would have rather just gotten out here and started fighting people faster, like get Discord or up on somebody, try and clean up the rest of the fight, rather than sit around the corner and start using the charge. I'm not a big fan of using the charge on Zenyatta in general anyway, except in like very specific circumstances, which is like, you're about to peek a corner, or you're tracking somebody through a wall, like with Discord or Infrasight or something like that. Or like if Genji's like deflecting in front of you, you know, you got nothing better to do with your time, you might as well be charging up the right click. But other than that, I'm not a big fan of Zenyatta's right click. And I think Zenyatta players have a tendency to favor the right click too heavily. I've seen so many Zenyatta players be like actively fighting somebody in front of their face and stop to charge up for no reason. Did fuck that guy in the ass though. He might be into that though, so but he's dead now, so we can't really ask him. Discord orbs on nobody right now. There we go, it's on somebody now. Yeah, we want to keep the orbs up as much as possible, trying to be efficient here. This is a little bit risky to be standing on this side, just because if they identify that we're standing on this side by ourselves, then somebody can try and come through this corner and kill us, which would be very upsetting. We're also further away from our team, so if we need to use Transcendence, we've got further to go to get to them. They died to self-destruct, so it's not like we can save them from that with Transcendence, but if we were in a position where they needed Trance, we would have had a lot further to go to get to them, which would not be great either. Pretty much, you know, sticking with your team is generally the way to go, as any kind of support, pretty much, but just also the game in general is really based around being with your team. So he's using Meteor Strike. We again decide to use Trance to keep ourselves alive. Moira tragically dies. I assume Fade was on cooldown. We'll kill Doom, please. Was that the Moira that said that? Yes. So Moira, you can't kill Doomfist while he's using Meteor Strike. Just so that you're up to date on things there, Moira. He's kind of untargetable until he's back on the ground again. And, you know, it's Doomfist hasn't been that much of an issue this game, but the person dies to Doomfist's ult and goes, "Kill Doom, please." And that's very upsetting to me, because you can't do that. I'm always using Meteor Strike. It's like, I've seen, like, people complain at healers, because, like, I've seen people die to Junkrat's tire, and then go, "Mercy, why didn't you heal me? Moira, why didn't you heal me?" If you're at full health, you still die to the tire, you fucking dumbass Genji. Like, yeah, oh, you were missing 1 hit point, and Junkrat's tire exploded on top of your face. Clearly, if I'd healed that 1 health, you would have survived, wouldn't you? That's very sensible of you, Genji, isn't it? I've seen that kind of shit, and it annoys me. It does 600 fucking damage, Genji. Am I gonna heal you to 600 health suddenly? I don't think so. Anyway, it's just one of those things that annoys me. Where they die to something and then they're like, "Kill the person." It's like the first time they've died and it wasn't feasible to kill the person before they died to that. I hate it. It annoys me. In all games. Anyway. I was thinking about like a League of Legends game I was playing not that long ago, where you don't need much context for this, but there's a champion in the game called Kayle, and Kayle's ultimate is she makes a person invulnerable for X period of time. And someone was very upset that we didn't kill Kayle while Kayle had her ultimate active on herself, during which I politely explained to the person that he was in fact very stupid, and didn't in fact understand how Kayle worked as a champion. But his response was, "Just kill Kayle and it's no problem." Yes, you're not wrong, but when someone literally can't take damage, it's a little bit hard to do that. It's a little bit hard to do that. I hate people, man. I hate people. I was busy complaining. What happened? So Bridget's smacking us. That sucks. We back up. Ah, D.Va's on us now. Yeah, you know, D.Va pretty much did the correct thing, which is notice we were on by ourselves pretty much, and or like roughly isolated, and then jumps on us. We should have tried to pivot for the health kit to pick that up sooner. We probably didn't get it, but we should have tried to pick up the large health kit right there. We weren't getting away from her, so the best we could do was basically try and heal as much as possible. Also, make sure she can't pick it up either. But we probably didn't pick it up regardless. So we gotta walk all the way back up. Everybody's dead. Don't even go that far up. Yeah, back up. We gotta wait for our team. Don't face the spawn, like, just in case, you know, like, it's a nitpicky, but it's like, you never know what they're gonna do. Don't, like, stare back at the spawn. Try and keep an eye if somebody's trying to sneak up and get you outside your spawn, because people like to do that. So Tracer just got punched to death. That's tragic. Oh, here comes Meteor Strike. We're pretty screwed. Oh, he didn't go for us. He didn't go for us. So there is something you can do if you're playing an immobile hero and Doomfist starts using Meteor Strike. And basically, like, it still revolves around Doomfist being bad ultimately, but, like, it gives you some chance rather than no chance. The best thing you can do is try and find a corner. So this is not an ideal corner. Like, let's assume we were up by the pillars, right? What you can do is you can just sort of hug the pillar and then sort of just backpedal around the pillar as much as you can. Just like find, or like there's a doorway right adjacent to us. Just like hug one corner of the doorway and like basically as soon as he tries to land on you, you just try and like turn around the corner as quickly as possible. Here's an easy one to illustrate it. So imagine Hanamura's first checkpoint rather, you know, going on to the bell. We got the bell here, and we got the 2 corners right there. They're a little bit more angular, there's a little bit more space than that, but you get the rough idea. So Doomfist using his ultimate, you can just stand like right here, like right at the edge of the corner, and then as soon as he starts targeting you, try and cut around the corner, and then you've got break line of sight to it, and it hopefully doesn't kill you anymore. And it does ultimately rely on the Doomfist just being bad and clicking like directly on you and allowing you to do that, but it gives you some chance rather than no chance. As like, because if you're like an immobile hero like Ana or Zen and he starts using Meteor Strike, it's like really bad for you, right? So the best thing you can do is try and find a corner and try and like cut round it right after he does it. No guarantee it works, but some chance is better than no chance, right? So it's like the best thing you can do. Other than just hoping that like Zarya saves you or something like that. So we gotta try and touch the objective right now. We just got Trance, not quite fast enough to save Orisa right there, unfortunately, but hey, we're stalling. Moira's trying to stall. We haven't put Harmony Orb on Moira. Took a while for us to do it, and she already died. Like, realistically, she died regardless, but again, you know, it's just like, gives you a little bit more chance of maybe winning than we had right there, but realistically, we still lost that objective right there. So this round's real short. So this is going to go really well for us, or really badly for us. Ooh, hold on. What's our team become? Ah, I see. I wonder if someone was blaming the DPS. So this is unfortunate. An unfortunate team comp for us now, being the triple DPS. You do it? I hate this shit. Alright, this is the actual worst thing people do, right? Our man Jano here, that's Moira, goes main tank. What's the other person's response? You do it! Yeah. Then we don't have a healer. Then we don't have a main healer. Doing. Which is just as bad. It's like, this happened a lot more when the game came out, but still happens now. It's like when you're playing like Reinhardt, and you look at your team and you go, oh, our only healer's fucking Lucio. So you go, can we get a main healer, please? And some smartass goes, well, why don't you do it if you're gonna complain about it? So you just don't want a main tank then either, huh? Like, you'd rather just not have a tank. Well, okay, I guess. I'll change to Mercy now, and we'll see if that improves the team comp. Oh, it didn't, did it? Because now you, Junkrat, have to try and walk through the door by yourself, don't you? I hate that shit. That's the actual worst thing people do right there. Can we get a main healer? Says the tank. You do it. Well, if you want a main healer, show up. Like, he's the smartest motherfucker in the planet, right? Like, well, if you want a main healer so bad, why don't you do it, Reinhardt? I hate that. I hate that. See, Jano knows. He's like, I'm the main healer? he's right. He's right. But that will be lost on the person that said that. I'm angry now. I'm angry at people. We don't have either of our orbs up right now, which is not good efficiency-wise. Just, you know, on somebody. Doesn't matter if it's an ideal target. Just try and get it on somebody rather than nobody. Oh, we didn't manage to keep up with the Hammond right there, so... You know, try and keep the orbs on somebody. Discord's been on nobody for a while now, and Discord is like one of the strongest things about Zen, so he really wanted on just someone. So he just punched right onto Junkrat's bear trap, so that was very funny. That was very funny. I enjoyed seeing that. I'm still angry, but I'm a little less angry now, because I got a nice healthy dose of Schadenfreude right there. McCree's using Deadeye. It's a very questionable time to use Deadeye, but hey, he got their Zenyatta, I guess, so, yeah, that's me shown, isn't it? Hammond is up to some shit right now. I doubt Hammond even knows what he's up to right now, but he is up to it. Boy got punched to death, you know, could have got the Harmony Orb on him a little bit faster, but if he's gonna get punched to death by Doomfist, he's gonna get punched to death by Doomfist. So, yeah, it looks like we're gonna win. Looks like we're gonna win, because there isn't a lot of time on this round, and we're pretty much most of the way towards winning now. So it'll have to be a real fast turnaround if we're gonna lose this round. We got Transcendence now, so that'll give us a pretty big buffer. Oh, there he goes. It's like trash confetti. Wow, how nice. Yeah, they're just trying to run through the doorway one by one at this point, and it's not really working out. Hammond's feeding hardcore. Everybody else, their main tank's Hammond. They probably don't know how to play with Hammond as their main tank. It's not as intuitive as any of the other main tanks you can pick. If you're only like low gold, like People will not know how to play around Hammond as a main tank. Oh, he just ran right onto the trap. Dude, Hammond fed so hardcore this round. Hammond just, like, fucked around the whole time. God damn, we didn't have to do anything that round. What a mess. Jesus Christ. How depressing was that? Oh, that's a fucking good Orisa skin. Oh my god, that's incredible. I haven't seen that skin in game. That looks great. That's a really good Orisa skin. Orisa doesn't have that many good skins. Good for her. Good for Orisa. Good for Orisa. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess that is pretty much the best thing that happened all game, wasn't it? 9 pile driver kills. Alright, I guess. Oh, Neon over there was, he was trying his hardest right there. So it worked, even though it didn't really have much right to work, and that's all that really matters, isn't it? That's all that really matters. What's that the most? Basically, like, pretty much the efficiency with the orbs. There were times when we didn't have orbs on anybody, that we could have had it on somebody. Nothing, like, glaringly horrible happened, honestly. Nothing, like, super egregious sticks out in my mind as happening. Mostly just, like, efficiency stuff, pretty much. So yeah, there you go. There you go. There you go. That's your lot. I might just still be too angry thinking about people to think clearly. Yeah. Anyway, so thank you very much for watching if you did. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to answer. If you haven't already, you can join our Discord and ask questions more directly and have a conversation about them, or just shitpost with us. If for some reason you enjoyed the video and managed to make it all this way through, please like the video and subscribe for more content of middling quality in the future, and I hope you found the video helpful.